Hey guys, it is Mitch Games 24/7 here today with another video for you guys, and today we're going to be going over the Galaxy Cup 2.0 and how I ended up actually winning it. So, we ended up placing at 272nd place with a total of 349 points. We played 17 matches, we got only one victory royale, which was actually my last game, and it was a very sweaty tournament, honestly. So, inside of OCE, which was the region that I played it in, we ended up needing to get top 750. So I had a little bit of wiggle room. I got 349 points. Top 750 was somewhere down in the 270 mark. I'll get up on screen the exact amount of points you needed, but it was a really sweaty tournament. So I'm going to be showing you guys some tips and tricks and sort of how to win the actual tournament itself. Also, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will actually end up giving someone the Galaxy skin when it comes to the item shop. And if you want to support more giveaways, feel free to use my supporter creator code Mitcho in the item shop. It'll be greatly appreciated. And if you're excited for the video and you want some extra good luck, maybe even subscribe. I'm just saying, if you subscribe, you're probably going to get extra good luck in the tournament. Anyways, let's jump on into the video. Okay, so first things first, I want to go over a few things with the cup. So I was using a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is the newest Samsung phone. It's a really nice phone. And I was averaging anywhere from about 60 to 30 FPS in game. The gameplay you're watching looks a lot worse than it actually is. Because I'm recording, it actually made my phone lag and made the frames twice as bad as they needed to be. I played a good majority of the tournament not filming. I ended up rage quitting off stream just because of how bad the frames were. But once I ended up just playing off stream and I didn't have anything recording, I went back up to a pretty stable 60 FPS and I was able to play a lot of my games through really well. So a couple things to note. You really need to be making sure that you're getting a lot of eliminations. Now, there are a certain couple of guns that I'm going to go over that are just a real pain in the ass to get over. So first one being the railgun. This thing, for whatever reason, doesn't actually shoot straight. The railgun sucks. It's terrible. I have a method, though, to make sure that you can pretty much guarantee to get a kill with it pretty much instantly. Same with the alien gun. It's the first gun you start with. For whatever reason, it doesn't actually shoot straight. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it doesn't actually shoot straight, so never trust the reticle with that gun. For whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to work properly, which is really annoying. So I ended up using controller on my mobile. You can actually connect it via Bluetooth, and here is a tutorial on how. Okay, so we're going to be showing you guys how to connect a actual controller. So you want to obviously click on the Bluetooth settings here. Now, I actually already have my wireless controller paired, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our actual settings, go into Bluetooth here, and you want to make sure that your wireless controller becomes an available device. Now, all you need to do this is press the PlayStation button and the share button at the same time on your controller. This is with a PS4 controller, and it will begin to flash. Once it's flashed, you'll be able to pair with it. Obviously, it'll show up in available devices. Because I've already paired, it's going to show up in paired devices. And yeah, it's that simple. You're already connected. So once you've done that, obviously come on over to Fortnite, load up your Fortnite. Okay, and here you can see we are on Fortnite. We're obviously on mobile. I'm able to use a controller. As you can see, this is on a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. There's the Galaxy Cup 2 that we can compete in. As you can see, I'm able to use a controller. It's got all the controller prompts for me, which is absolutely brilliant. Another thing to take note of is the frame rate. I'm playing at 60 FPS. I'd recommend making it 60 FPS because it's obviously the best to play with. I would turn all your graphics down as low as possible because honestly that's going to make the game run better. I get roughly 45 to 60 frames in game on an S21 Ultra. If you don't have the newest phone, you're probably going to be getting even less frames than that. So definitely try and make the game look as bad as possible graphics wise, and obviously having a controller gives you a massive advantage, so best of luck in the tournament. Okay, so that's how you get a controller to work on an actual mobile, which is going to give you a huge advantage. Now obviously there's the auto shoot in the game, but you don't need that if you're playing on a controller because you just aim with a controller. Now I'm a keyboard and mouse player, so I'm actually not that good at controller, and I was still able to win the tournament. So if you're a bit of a controller demon, you're going to absolutely whiz through this tournament, no questions asked. You're going to just absolutely dominate. So a few things to take note of. The gameplay you're watching is from the one game that I won. I only got one victory royale, and I think I got about 3 second places. So that put me pretty far ahead in terms of points. I would say that you probably need to average about 15 kills a game, which is where the hunting rifle is, and that's where a lot of people get stuck. So there's a few weapons that you're probably going to get stuck on. Let's go through them. Number one being the ray gun. This is the first weapon you start off with. As I said before, for some weird reason, it doesn't actually shoot straight. I don't know why. You need to sort of aim to the right of where people are going to be. At the start of the game, it's going to be pretty hot and heavy, so getting elimination with one of these things isn't exactly impossible. If you do end up dying and actually can't get elimination with this gun, try and land on somebody who's already in a fight, because they're going to be weak. This thing only does 11 damage, so if you can kill someone who's weak, then you've got a really good chance of, getting off that weapon. The next weapon I'd probably say that is really hard to get a kill with is the railgun. This thing sucks. It's terrible. I don't like it. For whatever reason on mobile, it's just abysmal because you're playing on a small screen. It's very hard to aim. One thing I will take note of is the actual, when you ADS, for whatever reason, the middle of the sight isn't actually accurate. So you should be using like the little dot when you're not actually aiming and when you're no-scoping. That's the best way to actually hit your shots. If you end up hitting your shot, you're going to hit them for 94 if you don't get a headshot. So you want to hit them and then very quickly pickaxe them to end up getting the elimination. I also wouldn't bother aiming with the pistol that you get after that, the scope revolver. I wouldn't bother aiming. You can see in this clip here that I very clearly just no-scope the guy. It seems to work. That's how I get through that weapon. There's a few other weapons that are definitely very difficult. So you've got the grenade launcher. What I would do is if you get stuck on the grenade launcher, honestly, box someone up and then just spam grenades at the ground, because by the time they break out of the box, they're gonna die to the grenade launcher and it's a very free elimination. So that one's very easy. The hunting rifle as well, that's another very difficult weapon to actually get a kill with. Same thing as the railgun, just shoot them once and then pickaxe them, and that should get you off that weapon relatively quickly. Same with the crossbow, honestly, if you can hit them for 65, you've only got to pickaxe them again. I got lucky here and ended up headshotting the guy for 130. That only happened once in all of my games, so it's very difficult to do. But once you throw all of those weapons, you have a really clear path of actually winning the game. So I believe it's weapon 18, that's when you get the hand cannon, and once you get the hand cannon, you can pretty much just stack up points, because everybody's going to be stuck on these lower tier weapons, and that's what you want to do. As I said, if you're getting more than 15 eliminations per game, you're pretty much in the clear for the most part. So that's honestly my advice. All you really need to do is sort of just get through those weapons. I only needed to win one game. I didn't even need to win a game. I won by a very considerable amount of points. So yeah, I think I had like a 70-point difference between me and not qualifying. So honestly, as long as you're getting about 15, 15-ish points per game, you're pretty good. Now, one other thing that I will give you as advice, when the tournament is about to end, about 2 minutes before the tournament ends, leave your game. And I know that sounds silly, but leave your game and queue for another game, because what that's going to happen is, even though the tournament's over, you're still in a game, you're still playing, you're still getting points after the leaderboard has like stopped, and that's going to bump you up the leaderboard even more. So, that sort of gives you like what is called a reboot round, and it gives you a bit of a second chance. So make sure you are actually taking advantage of that, because that is absolutely massive. Anyways, those are my tips for the Galaxy Cup. That's how I won it. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe if you guys are new. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.